Hey, on the Thursday night, January 10th, 2019. Welcome to the show. It's Outlaw Radio Saved. The People's Network presents Outlaw Radio Saved. A lot to discuss. Not a whole lot of time to talk about it, but we will take advantage of the time that we have. Welcome to the show. It's your boy Kevin Barnes, the world-class smartass. I'm in the building with my crew, my revolutionary riders, and we're going to do what we do on Thursday nights, which is open up the People's Network Presents Weekend. So tomorrow night it will be the Panther Power Hour. Then Saturday night we will close the week out with Outlaw Radio again on a Saturday night. I got a cold. Y'all gotta excuse me. My voice is screwy, but we're gonna do what we gotta do to get it done. This weather is crazy. One day it's 50 and 70, and then the next day is 30. So you're bound to get sick. So bundle up. My brother, what's going on?
Man, brother, talk to teach, listen to learn, truth transfer engineer, here on Outlaw Radio, and the views and opinions expressed on this program are strictly those of the motherfucker who said it.
Close but no cigar. You tried it, right?
Well, it's a black and mild.
Oh, well,
It's for black and mild.
Well, yeah. He swung at it, but not quite. Solely though.
Oh, yeah, okay. Solely.
Of the motherfucker that said it.
Something like that.
Solely.
Right.
Solely though.
Solely. Forgive me.
Right. Well, you'll be alright. Jeremy, what's poppin', man?
What's going on, America?
I don't know, man. You alright? You ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go. Ready to get it done.
Alright, man. This is what we're gonna do. Go and check out our YouTube page. It's the People's Network. We have some subscribers. I'd like to see more. I know way too many people on Facebook. It should be like 100 subscribers, but it is what it is. It's not like it's gonna stop me from doing what I do. So, but man, check out the show, hit like, get some views. There's no reason you shouldn't support. It's a 414 homegrown product, man. We got right here. Shot King Photography is in the building, man. If you watch the show and don't look for something negative to say, look for something positive to say. So even if you say whoever filmed it though did a good job, then holler at my man. You know what I mean? Like either way it goes, it should be some growth. Holler at Do Print if you want to do the Outlaw Radio hoodies or t-shirts or whatever it is that we embark upon. Let me holler at Do first though, because you're a little slow. So we might be plugging the name
About a
in
year
that.
in advance.
Right, well, you gotta come real early to get your shit from Do. Like, what? Oh yeah, I supposed to top it off. But yeah, man, go to that YouTube page, man. Check out the People's News Network. I look like I'm smuggling, right? Like I'm passing a kite on the line. Go to the People's News Network. It used to be the 414 Freedom Gang. Once again, it should be way more people in the group. I've kind of kept it to myself because I didn't want a lot of tomfoolery. I didn't want a lot of porn and fight videos and all. I just wanted it to be about news that was pertinent to us. So I kind of kept it smaller for that, for that reason. But holler at us, man. You got to support, man. We can sit on our hands in Milwaukee and never do anything, or we can start supporting people.
Right.
But one thing we don't do is support each other.
Not here.
So, get off your doldrums, man. Get up and get active, man. Click like, hit that share button. Tell a friend, man. I know these dudes, man. They got a little YouTube show, man. They do the podcast. Because you're going to listen to somebody's.
Right.
You're going to watch somebody's. How much idle time do you waste on Facebook, social media, the internet, and you can't give a homegrown product 5 minutes? It is what it is. I ain't going to bitch on about that. But like I said, man, our schedule, if you want to hear the show live, because these on YouTube, they're usually, Shot King takes them, does what he does with them, and then they get presented to you all. But the live stream is Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays on our Spreaker page. On Facebook, I'm Kevin Barnes. On Twitter, I'm the Mayor 414. And on Instagram, I'm KB the Mayor. All right? So there's no way you can't get at me somehow, some way, man. Stop being a stick in the mud, or even get the stick out your ass. Whichever one is easier for you to do.
Right.
Brother Jason, man.
Yes, sir.
I did want to say this. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to Party Rob. This is his birthday? Party Rob's birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Rest in peace to the big homie Party Rob. What has it been now? About 2-3 years?
Maybe 2.
Something like that. So the homie's been gone for a second, man. So rest in peace to him. Condolences to. I know Rob had a bunch of kids. Family, a lot of people that loved him. I've seen a lot of the fellas putting up, rest in peace to Party Rob. So rest in peace to that brother. I want to make sure I said that. And then I want to ask Brother Carl, is this true? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Brother Talk,
Yes.
because it's in regards to Brother Carl. I'm
Yes,
sorry.
Yes, sir.
Is it true? Because I seen the general put, the leader of the Black Panthers put a post up in which he said a lot of churches would not allow Carl's funeral services because of his affiliation with the Panthers.
Yeah.
That's the story.
Yes, sir. So they apparently wasn't asking themselves WWJD.
Right.
Right.
And I don't even know what that means, so tell people what that means.
What would Jesus do?
Bro, I was like, that's a new wrestling league? Really?
What would Jesus do?
Really?
I'm joking.
No, I'm saying the church.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, real talk.
Yeah, they did. Well, a lot of churches get favors.
True.
You know,
Very
yeah.
true.
And so they don't want to mess that up.
Yeah, but
Regardless.
we put up prostitutes, we put up crackheads, we put up whatever. You know, whoever does what.
But can't be associated with the Panthers. It might stop your money.
Right. Well, you got to understand that the general has called Mayor Barrett out on several things, and he's done it in an aggressive way.
Yeah.
So
as well as Mr. Hamilton.
Right.
Well,
oh my goodness.
Right.
I tell you what.
That was
Tune
the
in
nicest
tomorrow
thing we ever
night.
said about
Right.
white
7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Listen to the Panther Power Hour tomorrow night.
Right.
You'll hear King Rick himself, the
Right.
general. You get to hear him speak. That's why I do the show, because I'm not going to quote him or share his video. He's sitting right here.
Right.
So check that out. But shame on them, man.
Yeah.
Shame on any black church because first of all, there's supposed to be a separation between church and state. Second of all, we're talking about a brother who was a pastor himself.
Pastor, and in many of even the churches he was in.
Right.
Yeah. So
you know, it doesn't matter how you felt when that man, whatever personal differences you may have had with him, philosophically or otherwise. Come on, man, that's a crime right there.
Here's the thing, you're going to hear more about it. They'll be called out by name specifically, you know what I mean?
I know they will.
Yeah, we'll talk more about
I'm confident in that. What else we got before we get into the show? We got the YouTube, we got the crew here, I got Bear Me, I got Talk to Teach. Shout out to Regie. Shout out to Regie Snow, wherever she may be. How you doing?
They're living their best life.
Right, somewhere with a bikini on under a tanning lamp, whatever. Whatever they do.
Right.
Brother Jason, you got something you want to kind of, before we get the show started? Because the show is called Save, and you know, some feathers may be ruffled by this show.
Yeah. Nothing specific comes to mind. I was kind of interested in which way you was gonna take this. So let's go.
Well, you know, when we talk about save, like I'm judging things by the sign of the times, and I'm looking at a society right now where all of the panic buttons are being pressed. You have a belligerent, ignorant president. You have white supremacy and white privilege raging out of control on steroids. You have a hyper-violent, hyper-misogynistic black community that's pretty much status quo. I mean, this has always been the things, you know, that we've dealt with, but it's poverty, still extreme poverty, still hyper-segregation. So, you know, you would think somebody need to come save somebody. Like most of the people in the city need to be saved from something.
Something.
As in rescuer.
Yes.
This is one of the ways when I said saved. We need some help. The world collectively, black people, we need some help.
Absolutely.
There's too much going on. I mean, it's just, you know, people. I'm really just scrolling through social media. People get stabbed in the head. Check on your people. And he flew out the car and he got hit with a skillet. And, you know, she threw some grease in the baby face. Like, you threw the grease in the baby face?
In the baby?
You know, you got these idiots out here with babies. She was crying while I was playing my video game, so I threw her on the floor.
Yeah.
I hope they whoop your ass blue-black in prison.
When they find out what you did, they will.
I hope they tear the lining out your ass. You are an animal. And then we got this whole fallout from this R. Kelly thing, which we're going to talk about. You thought it would be short, sweet, and simple. It seems like it's just like open and shut, right? You know, motherfuckers fuck some kids, fuck them. You think it would be that way?
I mean, they treat him like he's a priest or something. I mean, he keep,
right. We gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
But the other thing when I was talking about was, you know, I grew up Baptist. I grew up in the church. And I've always, my problem with a lot of people who are heavily religious is because I've always felt they were sort of judgmental.
Sort of.
And there was always this thing about worldly people. You know, the people in the streets. And they talked about people outside the sanctuary as if they were less than them.
Listening to that secular music.
I am a PK, so you know I was fortunate enough to be able to ask my dad a lot of questions growing up about religion. And he would always say, well, it's supposed to be the missionary Baptist church, which means we're actually supposed to take the word to the people. Missionary.
Right.
Not like missionary what Jason thinking about, but, you know, missionary, as in go to the people, like Mormons do.
It's one and the same.
Right. So I feel like now it's very extreme that the church has become closed off from the community. So when I hear somebody say, now, I'm saved, I'm looking at them like, what exactly does that mean? And what are you saved from? Because certainly you're not saved from the same things that threaten me. You're not saved from bullets. You ain't saved from police, racist ass cops. You ain't saved from white supremacy. You're not saved from white privilege. So what does that mean now? I'm saved.
Somehow they think they're saved from hell when they don't understand a lot of those things you named is hell.
Right. Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah.
Here
good
on
point.
earth, yeah.
But I'm saying, like, we're talking about, like, to me it would be better if you said, I'm baptized, which means I've undergone this process in which I supposedly repented for my sins and I was forgiven and I found the Lord, whatever. I want to go into all of that. But when I hear people say I'm saved or go get saved, and I've never done this before, I'm starting to question what that means. Because time and time again, I see the people who are quote unquote saved on the same shit I'm on.
Full of debauchery.
I mean, you know, from John Gray down there, oh my God, man. What in the world? I mean, if we go to Eddie Long, if we look at even the Catholic priest situation, and within the black church, I'm sure right now, if you're listening, you can come up with a million stories of where Deacon so-and-so was hitting mother so-and-so off.
Slept when so-and-so and
Right.
pastor was
Sister so-and-so.
laying hands all night.
Laying all night
All
long.
night long.
All night long. Like the Mary Jane girls say. All night long. So when I say saved, then I'm saying, let's talk about that. Because if the black church collects billions, and I didn't want to go and get, because I hate these numbers. I hate these number junkies who go on, because first of all, it's on the internet, so it can't be like Premier Prime exclusive info, like you hacked the CIA's databases and shit. Let's just say billions of dollars are donated to the church via tithes or whatever offering a year.
Threatened with hell.
Billions, because they are non-tax paying entities, correct, Jeremy?
Yeah, this is true.
Okay, so now we have mega churches who have millions, and we know here in Milwaukee, the Church of God in Christ was given the faith-based initiative money because, you know, Pastor Hines agreed to endorse Bush. A lot of people don't know that.
Right.
I'm not, you know, you said something about, this is new.
No,
this
that's part of those favors we was just talking about earlier.
He said, I'll get you some black voters
And
to the GOP, and he did.
He did, yeah.
And they gave him control of the faith-based initiative money. And hey,
but he wouldn't come downtown and talk about the poison in the water.
I ain't seen him down there.
He won't go to the.
Probably looking for somewhere to land his helicopter.
Oh, you know,
I can't land my copter. I ain't going.
Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
And I'm not trying to call him out. I'm really not.
I am.
You can. I'm not.
Yeah.
Because for every one him, there's 10 others. Okay?
We'll get to them.
What message are you teaching the people? If you're so heavy and so empowered in your ministry, then why is the marriage success rate still low? Why is the single parent homes still through the roof? Why is poverty still in these people's back? Are you the only one who gets prosperity through praying?
Apparently.
Then we have a problem, and that's 3 P's. I'm just saying. So when I talk about saved, we're going to talk about that tonight.
Right.
Because I grew up in the church, and I want to talk to some of my church people. Because, first of all, I'm pissed that any church person would not give this brother... He was a veteran. This brother was a Panther. This brother was an educator. He was an
activist. He was an educator.
And you got the nerve because of...
Clergy.
You're scared to piss off a mayor who has lied to us continuously about some water and built a bullshit-ass train downtown and got a new stadium. And I love the Bucks, and they balling their ass off this year. But come on, man. You openly admitted that some of the CDBG money was diverted down to downtown projects.
Well, you gotta keep the people in line.
Community development block grant money. That shit's for the hood.
No, you gotta keep the people in line.
You setting us up for gentrification. This is the mayor that you protecting over a fallen brother. Come on, man. I didn't even, you know, when I heard that, I said, you know what? We got to talk. Y'all already, people don't take you serious. I'm just gonna keep it 100 with you. People in the streets don't take church people serious. Remember back in the days when church dude come, you say, "Oh man, here come brother so and so."
Put your cigarette.
Put
out.
your right.
Yeah.
Now you blowing the weed. What's that, man?
Hey, he hitting me.
Let me guess. He might. What we call him?
You know what I mean?
Sin. Right.
Yeah.
You don't know, man.
Right.
So, you come and you march against gay people, and then we find out you've been screwing kids. Bar?
Let me tell you, as I get older, it's becoming increasingly more difficult to lie to me because chances I don't believe shit you're saying anyway.
Right.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna watch what you're doing
Mm-hmm.
because that's gonna determine, what's true and what's not.
That's right.
So when we see what they're doing, I mean, it ain't about calling nobody out. I mean, did you say something that wasn't true?
Nah, I didn't, and neither did Brother Carl. More likely than not, I mean, what did he do wrong to deserve you not to be willing to let this man lay his body there, or his family lay his body there before they, because the army was gonna take the body anyway.
Right.
So what do that say about you? I think Jay-Z said that. It says a lot about you if you ain't feeling us.
Yeah. Something different from what you're saying. You know what I mean? You talk about a God you preach about, but really your God is green.
We're gonna get into it. Y'all want to talk about pedophilia? We're going to talk about pedophilia. Y'all want to talk about rape? We'll talk about rape.
Yeah.
We'll talk about murder? Talk about murder.
It's real.
Depression, suicide, trauma. We'll talk about it tonight.
Yeah.
Now, the third way that I meant saved is because I'm a little upset with sisters right now.
Uh-oh.
Listen, it's time for all of us to be on one accord. Ain't time for you to keep trying to empower. What you going to do when you get empowered by yourself? Without me. Without the black man. It should be black empowerment, not black women's empowerment. Just like it can't be about brothers saying, we need to empower us. We need to empower our families, our communities.
Yeah.
So I see all these, and then, ladies, I want you to be aware, some of the stuff you popping off is man bashing. Right?
Yeah.
And it's very easy for you to man bash.
Sound bitter.
You're very bitter.
Sounds bitter.
You're very bitter. And I want you to understand that. So and like I said, we need to be on the same page. So when I say save now, it's like Captain Save-A-Ho. Now every female has these astronomical standards where a brother got to throw his coat down over a puddle of water and let her walk over it and jump in front of her on a nuclear salvo and fix cars and put out fires. This motherfucker got to be a bionic man. Come on, man.
And then he worked too much.
Right.
You know
Well, if you work too much, then I got to do everything else. All
right.
you're doing is paying the bill.
Right.
How you going to tell me all I'm doing is paying the bills? Think about that. That's a ass backward statement. I'm so tired of you. All you do is pay the bills. Let's trade places. You come home. Well, I ain't gonna say your dinner. Your dinner still ain't gonna be cooked. I ain't gonna
If you trade places, eventually that wouldn't be
Still
good
gonna
enough
be
either.
terrible.
It's always
Right.
something.
So when I talk about sisters, man, I want sisters. Come on, let's get back to us. Let's get back to building our relationships. Let's stop trying to get away from each other.
Where's the love?
Statistically, we know sisters are more highly educated. They get more money. They got higher credit. All this good stuff. So y'all already winning. You know what I mean? So it ain't nothing wrong with you to turn it around and say, well, now let me help the brothers.
Real talk.
Because you can get a man who's making $1 million a year off dope, and he'll be indicted within 5 years. Or you can get a man who's making $30,000 this year, and in 5 years he'll be making $80 if you do the right thing.
Which one do a lot of them go for?
Of course you're going to...
When you in the club, what do you see?
Nigga, you smell like fries. Come on, son. So, sisters, stop it, man. Stop it with the bullshit, man.
Hey.
Real talk.
Yeah.
We gotta be together. Ain't nobody against y'all. Ain't no man stupid enough. I don't want a weak woman. You like weak? I don't want to have to take care of you. I want you to be self-sufficient and independent, just like,
Yeah, I want to be able to learn something from you.
Bring something to the table.
Yeah, for sure.
So, it's Outlaw Radio saved, man. We got a lot to talk about tonight. So much to talk about. We ain't gonna even do our segments like we normally do. We just gonna run it on down the line and just talk about what's going on, because we gotta talk. I didn't think we was gonna have to talk about R. Kelly again, but apparently we will.
It ain't going away.
So, since I'm not doing the hip hop snob, I'm gonna do some classic hip hop for sure.
All right.
So we'll be right back after this. Outlaw Radio on a Thursday night. Welcome to the show. It's your boy Kevin Barnes. Outlaw Radio saved. If you didn't run after the first segment, then that means you want to hear more. So that's what you signed up for. So that's what you're gonna get. And in the meantime and in between time, I got my partners here with me. It's Poppin', man. Tell the people who you are, what you do.
Brother, talk to teach, listen to learn, truth transfer engineer. Trying to be healthy, wealthy, wise, free, happy, and full of joy.
There you go, man.
Yes, sir.
What you call yourself? The tenacious teddy bear.
Tenacious teddy bear. Mixed between a
Right.
black teddy bear and a panther.
Oh, you better be careful nowadays talking about some teddy bear, boy. Some girl be like, he grabbed my booty. My teddy bear assaulted me. Bear meat, what's poppin', man?
What's going on?
What you got going on over here today? I see you got your networks open.
Nothing, just chilling. You know, checking out the scene, seeing what's going on. Getting ready for the heat up.
Right. Heat up.
Yeah, the heat up.
What's the heat up?
Save.
Well, I don't think is that heat? Is that heat? Because we're talking about, we're questioning some policies of the black church. Is that controversial?
Well, some people in the black church, when you do that, say you're questioning God.
I'm not. I'm questioning your ass. It ain't got nothing to do with God.
Yeah, you know.
No.
You start questioning the pastor.
No, that's what I'm saying. The pastor's a human, and I have the right to question him. I don't question God. I don't question anybody's interpretation of God, and I don't tell people who their God should be. Fine, you can believe if you want to be a Buddhist, do it. You want to be a Muslim, do it. You know, you want to be, you're born Jewish, so do it, I guess, right? Whatever you want to be. But we have two problems with people. People always think that once they do something, you should be doing it too. Mm-hmm. And they always believe that they are always absolutely correct in what they do. So they won't tell you what to do. And when you say, nah, man, I'm not trying to, well, I'll tell you what, we will come through here and kick every door in until you say, like, what? Hold on, man. So, and for us, and I'm speaking for Bear Meat myself because we grew up in the church, I always questioned why the older people in the church when I was young were so hypocritical. A lot of them were hypocrites. And you can't fool kids. Kids see through you. Kids see that. They hear what you say. They know what you mean. Right? So we watched a lot of them do, fugazi shit, right? And just looked at them and laughed like, yeah, save my ass, right? What's the phrase that they got in our family when you say, but you ain't, you gonna, what Uncle Larry say, you gonna bust hell wide open? What they say? What them old folks say, Jason?
Backsliding.
You gonna bust hell wide open.
He's a hypocrite.
Right, I don't know how you bust hell wide open. I don't know how you do that. But and I've even talked about, the way they use Revelations.
Oh yeah.
As a child, man, you went to no wonder some of us crazy. You went to sleep horrified every day. It was like, listen, if you tell a lie, you gonna roll in fire. That's all the rest of your life gonna be.
Screaming.
And it's impossible to go through a day without telling a lie unless you don't talk to somebody else.
They was lying when they told you that shit.
Exactly. Yeah. So you went to sleep every night like, oh my God, I'm going to hell. Lord, please don't let me die tonight.
These are the same parents that taught us about Santa Claus and the Easter.
Not mine, but some did. Some did.
Tooth Fairy, been lying.
All that was dismissed early for us. It was just Jesus.
Right.
It was just the church. It was just... Yeah, all that was dismissed. Our parents didn't play games with that. They was like, nah, ain't no Santa Claus and Easter Bunny. What what rabbit lay eggs?
You didn't get no money for your teeth when your teeth came out?
Well, here go $1. You got it straight from my mother's pocketbook.
Right.
No damn fairy had to open our window and came in at my father to blew his head off with a shotgun. Somebody in the boys' room. Boom! It would have been over, man. So, when I talk about now, I don't see the church out, especially in Milwaukee, because some people may be listening to this show and they're not from Milwaukee. And maybe where you are, or maybe if you're listening and you're a member of a church that's very proactive in getting out into the community, mixing and mingling. There are some. We got the 100% rule in effect.
Yeah.
Nothing is ever 100%. I don't give a fuck how. I'm telling you, no, you're wrong. There's no such thing as a 100% thing.
No absolute.
No. So. Now, maybe your church and they got the right thing and somebody got a ministry going and it's popping and whatever. But in Milwaukee, they've shown us that even some of your sanctuaries, lead pipes in your communities, your parishioners. See, the thing is, a lot of churches exist in the poorest communities and then they lock everything up and head west to the suburbs.
Here. You have 3 or 4 churches on one block. Don't fellowship with one another. Because you get saved in the name of Jesus, and you get saved in the name of the Father. They're just silliness, you know what I mean?
We praise Rollo down here from Sanford and Son. Remember Rollo and shit? What's happening, Jack?
No power in the community.
I used to like Rollo. Rollo's cool.
Yeah, so they just keep on.
I messed you up.
No, you do your thing.
No, go ahead. Because I wanted you to talk about it because you church for real. Right?
Nah.
Is it so for real?
I've been to church for
Jason
real.
church for real.
Nah.
Like I'm a PK, Jason a PK. I went to church. Jason went to church.
I went to church.
I got saved. Jason got saved. Right? So
That's what they told me.
when you see the church now based on the traditional way you were raised, and I know we've had discussions about that old Southern Baptist credo, their old way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
We've talked about that.
Absolutely.
So when you see what the church now is formed into, because the church has officially aligned itself with a lot of city leaders, which means that politics govern the direction of your ministry, because you can't do certain things because your funders or people who feeding the cow will say, nah, don't do that side.
Then them favors get taken away. When I see the church now, it's a business.
Okay.
It's a business. If you don't think it's a business, tell your pastor to open up the books. Let everything be transparent. Let's see how much money is coming in. Let's see which bills is getting paid. Let's see what's happening.
You want to know all that for?
Because it's really just their money. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be for the building, for they had a building fund.
You don't come to the business meetings or nothing.
Yeah.
You don't just walk up on Sunday like, I want to see the books.
I'm just
You
saying.
ain't on the usher board.
Well, listen, if I pay tithes, I want to see where my tithes is going.
Okay.
You do it for anything else.
So you want to see the asset sheet.
If you don't believe church is a business, because at this point, church is just a business.
Okay.
They sell you heaven.
But why is it not a business that benefits our community? If billions of dollars are being acquired via religion, then why is our community still screwed up? I'm not even pulling punches.
No.
Why is our community still fucked up?
Because what it's patterned after. It's just a smaller version of what we see happening at the top from the Catholic Church. You see what I'm
Black
saying?
people fat catting on other black people.
Basically, they learn how to fat cat off of somebody's back, and then there's some people that elevated themselves some kind of
One thing though,
and they do the same thing to the people beneath
we
them.
do is, we overpay. You know what I mean?
These what you overpay.
What we overpay.
Because it said it asked for 10%.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? And we go in there trying to big shot, put in 1,000, do all this. You know what I'm saying? More than 10%.
That happens.
And so then, once you get all that extra, the pastor like, hell, I might as well keep on asking them. You know what I'm saying? And keep it up. Because actually, that's all you really supposed to pay.
Now, Jason, you had one time we were talking. I don't even know if you remember saying it. You said something about one of the biggest issues you had was some sort of interpretation about tithes, right? Or something about the tithe.
Well, tied it all together. When they take you to Leviticus and tell you how you a thief and how you robbed God because you didn't pay your tithes.
Now, what book is that in Leviticus?
I don't know offhand.
Because ain't nobody else on this show gonna say Leviticus except you. What I tell you?
It's in the.
You say, "Oh, I know."
I gave you the book though.
Right.
You know what I mean. So I don't know the chapter.
Eureka.
But it says bring your tithes and offerings to the storehouse.
Okay.
Right. So that's been taught to us as bring the money to the church when it never was. It was about feeding the orphans and the widows. You know what I mean? Who were broke because they were selling heaven.
So that's what the bread was supposed to be for.
It's to feed people. So
okay.
If you really want to pay your tithes and offerings, one time when I was going to church, it was significant. You know what I mean? My 10% was significant. I stopped and gave it to somebody who needed it. You know what I mean? And it went to explain to my pastor what I had done. He wasn't very happy. You know what I mean? But
you what?
He wasn't
I beat your ass.
But no, that. But you know what I'm saying?
Give me your Cadillac key.
But
cut off. Don't go back
but that's
there.
what it's
Sorry,
truly
beautician.
about. You know what I mean? No, that's the kind of stuff. That's the reason why I used to do that sort of thing. And don't anymore. Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I just, as black people, we're going to figure out what ails us. We got to look at everything that's in our community right now. And the church is in our community.
Definitely in our community.
So if we're saying, what do we have in our that's not working? Let's start trying to fine tune that. Maybe we need to micromanage ourselves. And we need to start with that, because it's fine for you to think about having redemption. Like it's to me, it's only natural. The longer you live, the older you get, you say, man, I'm actually happy I'm still alive. I'm truly grateful. I've learned so much. It'd be nice if I could figure out how to just be a good person for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Because you spend so much time when you're young trying to figure out who you are and going through this and that and hanging with them. And when you get my age, like I'm 43, kids say, oh, what's your old ass? I be like, dude, you just don't know. I'm good.
Trying to get over.
I ain't got to worry about getting jumped on the way to class. I ain't got to ride no city bus. I ain't got to depend on nobody to feed me.
Right,
I'm good. All I'm looking at in life is how to not lie as much as I have in the past.
You still working on that?
I ain't going to say I'm equipped. Because you shit, you ain't got it on tape.
That's your New Year's resolution.
Yeah, Steve ain't getting, he didn't get that. He didn't get that for Shot King, right? I try my best not to cheat or deceive people and lie for ridiculous. Like, cause some dudes just lie for no reason. It's like you ever thought about?
That's the reason.
He said, I ain't even ask him for that lie.
When they volunteer a lie, and you ain't even ask the question, just come up to you.
What is that about?
They liars.
And right, and it translates into. So now you got a pastor in the pulpit, some of them who know they're telling you things that are lies. They're lying to you to soften you so that they can get what they want out of you and manipulate you. That is the game. That's the game they're playing. So when I say black church, what's the deal?
What? I don't know how to answer, man. Luke.
Somebody, look, we got a chat room. Right. You know, people can always hit us up. 414-239-5708. When you see this on YouTube, hit like, man. Hit subscribe, share with your friends. We all need to be asking these questions.
Real talk.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's unfair to me that you look and see, like I said, most of these churches, not all of them, but a great deal of them, they live burbs. They live far out. These brothers and sisters.
Oh, and they'll drive in.
So we'll drive in, and they're not interacting with that community.
Not at all.
When it's over,
they're going back home. Yeah.
Fence lock, gate lock. We got alarm system.
That's right.
We's out. So I thought that the church should be the backbone of the community. I thought if the community had hungry people, the church was there to feed them. People who didn't have clothes, the church was there to put clothes on their back.
Is that what's happening?
You know what? I guess if you walk through the door and bow down and say, yes, you my sensei now.
Oh, sensei?
Well, I guess. I don't know. You got to accept him like, accept me like you accept Jesus Christ. You know, Rev Tupac and shit. Like, whoa, cuz, come on, man. I just wanted to, have somewhere to go for confessional after I go out on Saturday night.
To the one who was
Lord,
anointed and appointed.
Man, I know she was 93. Cicely was looking good. I'm going to stop making Cicely Tyson.
Man, I posted a picture of it just.
You seen me, man.
A reminder of you.
Did I put a little drips, the emoji drip under there? Strong for Cicely, man. Power to that sister. Go ahead, bear meat. Well, now when we talking about church, man, we're talking about, and like I said, I know you're a fellow PK, so the current state, because a lot of people ask me now, you was born and raised in the church, why don't you go now?
Good question.
And it's a very good question.
Good question.
Matter of fact, my wife asks me all the time, like, cause she goes. She's like, why don't you go? I don't really got no answer, except that I remember being 10 with them shoes on, sitting in the sanctuary saying, I don't care what happens. When I get grown, if I don't want to go to church on Sunday morning, I'm not going.
Man.
And I stuck to it.
You couldn't say that when you was little.
But even now, like, there's been some times when I said I think I do need to go back to church, get my faith a little centered. Try to circle the wagons, especially with this investment of not lying as much as I used to, or whatever. This new day, my Bill Withers.
The thing is about church is that we got to find somebody that's, they're a pastor, they're a preacher, and they're used to it. You get what I'm saying?
Okay.
They've been through this thing, they've been checked out, and they know the game. Because I don't care what you say. What's the name that just got caught up?
What's the name? What's the name?
John Gray.
John Gray. And that was your boy.
Yeah, having a baby on the side.
Nah, well, yeah, and then he bought her what he buy her? Lamborghini SUV. What he buy?
So
$200,000 SUV.
That's just stupid. That's just young guy mistakes. You know what I'm saying? And the way looking at him, he should have been happy that he had a wife.
Wow, really?
Really, he fucked up.
Totally wasn't expecting him to say
I mean,
that.
I'm saying his
He
legs
ugly to you?
His legs real little,
So he's not sexy
but
to
his
you.
top big as hell. You know, he made funny. He shaped different. So I'm saying he should have been way more appreciative. You know what I'm saying? Instead of being in there like, oh, no, oh shit, that ain't tripping.
That man got money.
I understand. That's what I'm
Let me
saying.
tell you something.
Now he got the money. Now they at him.
My granddaddy told me men fall in love with their eyes, women fall in love with their ears. So he might look funny, but he might say some
But
good
they fell in
some
love
good
with their
things.
mouth. What that mouth do?
It's crazy.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
That's
around.
Capital Drive.
Right. You know, see?
I mean?
You've been around me long enough now. Some capital shit right there, baby. That's what we do around these parts.
Hey.
It's crazy. And then, you know, now he up there, he having all the money. He done did everything for his wife, this and that. Now all of a sudden,
Damn.
here come a side piece.
Right.
Say,
Oh,
well,
so she the showpiece and I'm the hoe
look
piece?
here, let me
I
tell
thought you knew
something.
that.
I'm gonna go around here and buy you this car. Yes,
Is it true that the baby he has like there was a baby, right? Or I
it's
didn't
still what do you say?
allegedly.
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 Yeah, it's still alleged.
Allegedly.
Ain't nobody saw the baby.
It's called indemnification.
You know what I mean?
All right, look that up.
That right there should be like a no-no.
Liability.
Oh, for sure.
And I do believe that I could. I believe that I could be a pastor and not worry about all that.
Huh.
Okay.
You know,
Well, I have no desire to be a pastor. I'm having a good time right now. You know, could be better, but it's always gonna get greater later. I'm not.
Amen.
I think your faith is a very personal thing, and I think a lot of people put too much into trying to convince you. It sounds like you're trying to convince yourself, not me. Because I already said, well, you know, I'm quick to say this. Well, you know, that's what you do, you know, that's what you do. Yeah. Man, Kev, I believe in this now. Hey, man, well, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Just don't do you, man. So I ain't never want to say, that ain't God. Boy, you going to hell. You ain't saved. I might tell a youngster, man, you spinning loose. You headed for a situation. You gotta tighten up, man. You got too much going on.
That's some wisdom and some common
Right,
sense.
I ain't gonna
involved,
tell him
man.
you going to hell. I'm gonna tell him you going to
It's
jail.
not spiritual.
I don't know about hell, but your ass will show be in the house of correction.
Yeah,
You keep this shit up, you gonna be locked up quick.
That's hell to some people. You know what
Right,
I mean?
wow.
Yeah, locked in a cage. Yeah.
Well, yeah, especially in the house of correction. You get to go across the street to the farm. But no, man, if you got an opinion about, maybe you can correct us on this. I usually get Elder DeAndre Love. Got to get him back since we kind of retooled and we got the YouTube show up. I'm gonna get somebody in here who can just talk about this thing because I don't want to approach it one-sided, but I feel like the black church is giving us so much ammunition right now. Like the fact that in Milwaukee you just sit out continuously and I don't care what they meet in that city hall about, you don't even pull up.
Don't care.
None of your parishioners, you don't even have a representative.
Don't care.
Unless you say, see, I had my guy there, but y'all didn't know it. What the fuck is he hiding for? Why is he a secret agent? Right?
As far as I
He
know,
double O Kojic and shit.
the one they called Jesus was a rebel. He was a shit starter. You know what I mean? He was out among the people. You know, he was taking on the authority. You know what I mean? He spoke truth to power. It wasn't about going to church with the same folk telling the same story Sunday after Sunday. That's ridiculous.
Well, I'll tell you what. So this is Outlaw Radio and it's saved. My brother and I have had many conversations, and because we could talk about this all night.
Oh, we do.
Or we could just truly show our age and take a break
Do that.
and play some music that's dedicated to the black church
No,
here in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Outlaw Radio on a Thursday night. Saved, man, Johnny Taylor. Right? Who's making love to your old lady? Why you been out making love? That'll screw you up if you go out to cheat. You pull your weapon out, you get ready to go to. I wonder who the fuck in my room right now.
you going home.
You put your picture down.
You going home.
Right.
Oh,
I'll be
shit,
back.
this
Hold on,
bullshit.
let me run to the crib right quick.
All I'm gonna say is it's the right way to do wrong.
Hey man,
That
yeah.
ain't it. That ain't it.
Taking a chance. But man, this R. Kelly thing, man. Realistically, I didn't really think we would still be discussing this at this point. Because like I said earlier in the show, I thought it was pretty much open and shut. But also, like I've said so many times, these are not allegations that we were not aware of. We knew, all of us have known that R. Kelly was, this kind of freaky type dude from all the way from 93, 94 when he did marry Aaliyah. We all knew that. But I see that this issue has penetrated it to the core of the community because it's one of those things that polarizes you. You feel a certain way about it. Like you got like brothers say, well, I'm a father, Kev, and I don't play that shit, right? So you be like, man, it's all good, man. I hear you. I'm with you. Man, fuck him and fuck anybody who listens to his music and fuck his kids and whoa.
It was because of the docuseries. The docuseries made it real to a lot of people. You know what I mean? I don't know if you remember the Ray Rice thing that happened. You know what I mean? It was one thing when it was reported and it was by word, but when that video came out, you know what I mean? It made the difference. So it's the docuseries.
But okay, so then there's a fallout from this docuseries.
Absolutely.
But the fingers, like now he's saying some of them had ulterior motives. People are lying. People over here say, oh, I didn't even see a report said he like little boys and he like for people to put stuff up his ass. I'm like, really? This is like, and you got people on both sides of the fence. Now here's the funny part, because you argue with me, right? And you said R. Kelly ain't on no tour nowhere. I Googled him and
Germany.
I said you don't know where he's
Germany.
at. No, this was just online. He was doing a show here. It was full, and they loved it.
Where's here?
In America. That's what I'm saying. They're not putting his shows up now.
Where was the show?
I don't know. It was here in America.
Well,
now,
no.
his birthday party
Yes.
was last night.
That's different.
Okay, but let's go to that then.
Yeah.
Where the women in the crowd are screaming, piss on me and take me hostage?
Some of them were.
Right.
Some of them
That's
probably
crazy.
are. Listen, I don't know if
crazy.
you remember the last
I
segment.
want to pee on you.
The last segment I had was called
Piss on somebody?
Dumb Nigga.
Oh, yeah.
So it's some dumb niggas doing some dumb nigga shit. And they ain't all men.
Right.
So yeah, some of them were.
Okay. I can handle it. You know what I mean? Well, what I'm saying is, it's very important. We talk about the parents. My thing is, people say, well, I was on the tour bus with him and the door flew open and he was doing it with a 15-year-old. And you just chill? I blame your ass. Because you should have got up the next morning like, hey, man, what's up? And you know she 15, cuz. You'd have just been off the tour.
You partially to blame, and you would have been off the tour.
So to come out now, I guess you want to clean out your closet. I get it. And nobody makes an excuse for R. Kelly. I'll tell you what you do. Go back and listen to the show we did last Saturday night. I can't remember the name of it. Bump and Grind. But we started out with the best R. Kelly party song you ever. Hey, you wouldn't have knew it was sexual assault nowhere if you'd been sitting here. That Home Alone with Keith Murray, that shit goes so hard. And you want to say, man, I don't like dude, he pissed on some girls. He be sitting there and then I see your ass. Like, damn.
No,
stop, man.
No,
your foot move
but
or
it
something
don't
like
take away from the genie, the musical genius.
It's a conflict of interest for us.
It is a conflict of interest, but it don't take nobody's arguing the musical genius aspect of it. Like, well, I thought at one point he was on his way to being the Marvin Gaye of our time. I believe.
But how much do we consider? This is the argument.
Yeah. Well,
R. Kelly and Robert Kelly is two different people. Just like Cliff Huxtable and Bill Cosby was two different people. One's real, one's fake.
I think them situations is apples and oranges, but go ahead, I get your point.
Well, it's the same adulation because people love Bill Cosby because he played Cliff Huxtable. People love Robert Kelly because he's known as R. Kelly. Mr. Feeling on Your Booty. That's apples and oranges?
Yeah.
What I think is that he ought to be
I don't think you know your fruit.
I think he ought to be given like jail time.
I don't know your fruit.
He should be given
know
jail
too much
time.
fruit.
I don't know nothing about fruit. I'm not involved with you in your fruity conversation.
And they should
I'm
be
talking to you.
Nope, don't talk to me, fruity.
You should have to pay each one of them $10,000, $20,000. Each one.
Everybody who he screwed.
Right.
Nah,
and give him jail time.
Well, for what? Because they said, okay, he's under investigation in Georgia now.
That's provided if he found somebody that's agreeing that they was, the hell they're against their will. Because that's the thing with most of them.
Yeah, but if you're 15, you really don't have no will.
Understand that.
A grown man shouldn't even be putting you in that situation.
You still got to take it into consideration.
All right, man.
That the girl said, yeah, You know what I mean? And
Should I
then
play Home Alone again?
Wait,
Right,
hold on.
Y'all gonna be mad at Bear Meat at the end of this segment. I put that song on. Y'all will be back.
But
Like,
what
fuck
are we taking into consideration? I mean, you know what I mean?
we got to take into consideration that the girl said yes for one. She's not being
Well, she was
held
14.
at.
Let me tell you,
I understand
we can
that.
take that into consideration.
But it's a difference. It's a difference in her being 14 and say, "Oh no, I was trying to get out here." Oh, they find her instead of.
Well, not if she's
What?
manipulated, Bear Me, because she probably is not. If she's not saying that, and she's 14, she doesn't realize the long-term effect of having somebody piss in your face on videotape will have on your life. She has no understanding of it.
No.
Like, well, I'm gonna do this shit today for some new shoes.
Right.
You're gonna be forever known as the pee-pee girl.
Yeah,
for the
but
rest of your life.
but just like we seen it, they seen it. All the people at the court seen it.
I don't
They
think that
know
was
what's
him on
going
that
on.
tape.
Stop.
I don't think that was R.
Stop.
Kelly on
Stop.
that
On
tape.
what tape?
Stop.
On that tape, man.
Stop.
I don't think that was him.
Come on, man.
No,
That argument only
He's trying to
applies
start some
if
shit.
it only happened once. That argument, then we could take those things into
So why is
consideration.
brother in jail?
Is he?
For some other shit, because he ain't got no record deal. He ain't never wrote no hit songs.
And his rich brother won't get him out?
His rich brother running from the goddamn law too. We all on the run.
He ain't been running.
We all on the
He
run.
ain't
You
been running.
bad.
He ain't
His
been
brother
running.
in jail for some bullshit.
They got you, cuz. Don't do your time.
Ain't that a
I'm
bitch?
fighting this rape shit.
But
What
he-
you talking
he
about?
on
They
for
trying
life,
to
ain't
destroy me.
He on for life, ain't he?
Who? I
brother.
don't know. I haven't
I
looked
think he
into
got
his
life.
See how many layers this R. Kelly conversation has managed to kind of.
He said, man, that wasn't him.
Well,
I
there's
tell them
there's
they lying.
people, there's dancers, there's people, women coming forward in court. I just want to ask y'all this, because this was one thing that was really cruel, because we're talking about the Me Too movement, and listen, I'm sorry, I'm a cheerleader for foolishness. The creator of the Me Too movement, man, I can't remember her name. I'm sorry.
That dude looking chick with the fucked up hoes and shit all in her face. Man, that motherfucker fucked up, dog. I seen her the other night. I kept saying, who the fuck is that?
Hell no.
They got a commercial going.
Dog, I'm out of order. I thought that was Ving Rhames.
I can see
Oh,
it.
dude got a movie coming out.
I can see it.
Just to leave.
And I'm like, she like, you could be a strong
I'm out of
woman.
order, man.
And I'm looking
Yes.
like, somebody rape you?
Hell no.
But everybody's saying, and there's an irony for men with this, because it's funny that the chick who's complaining about getting assaulted is her. Because I'm like, who did that?
Who's doing this?
No, who did that to her, though?
Lock his ass
Yeah,
up.
right, this shit should have become a
What was he
movement.
drinking?
Or smoking. Or shooting in his veins. Or fucking absolutely, I'm like, I think white people's
He
involved.
might need LASIK
What we call it? Mescaline.
and mescaline.
You know, white people bring mescaline. You can't tell me they don't have access to peyote and mescaline. All white people do. I'm serious.
Hell no.
I don't want to say nothing bad about this sister. I really
I
don't.
do.
Because I
Hell yeah.
I do. I want to know what the hell happened. I mean, did somebody do that to her? Is that why she, you know what I'm saying?
God did it to her. He made
No,
her.
I'm saying, was she normal looking?
She is normal looking.
No, she not.
Why she's not normal looking?
Duh, she holds them holes in her skin. And she like, I'm like, what the fuck? I said, damn, what's the name, gay? What's the boy name? He used to rap with the dread back in the day.
Oh, back in the day. Okay.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
Dude who used
Dude
to
who
rap
used to
with
rap with the
dreads
dreads
back in the day.
Yeah.
That is the most fucking
The conscious
question
dude.
you'll ever hear in
The
your
con-
life.
conscious dude.
He's conscious.
I think he had braids or
The
something.
conscious dude.
He used to rap. I was gonna say
Yeah.
Bob Marley, but no.
Dude, you know who I'm talking about, man.
Jackson Southerneers. This Jason and shit.
You know who I'm talking about, dude. Used to be
Cleopas
over
Edmonds.
with Chuck D and them and all of them. With Chuck D and them.
Jason's naming old preachers.
What's his name?
Dabness Abney.
What's his
Right.
name?
I
What's
don't
his
know,
name?
man.
Nobody knows.
Used to
who
be
you're
with
talking
KRS-One.
about. Okay.
That's who she looked like.
It took him this long. You know what? That's why I ain't doing the hip hop
Let
snob.
me tell you, he'll be
That's just disrespectful.
Could you imagine doing a password with
First
this?
of all,
No, I knew
to
dude.
insinuate that woman looks like KRS.
Dude, look at him.
You know what?
Put him next to each other.
The
That's all I'm
opinions
gonna say.
expressed on Outlaw Radio are solely those of the motherfucker that said it. No one will be mad at.
Yeah, right.
I said I thought it was Ving Rhames, but that was just me not looking close.
I'm telling you.
Did you see her?
No.
You ever seen him?
And I think the point, stop. And I think her whole point is to come up with that is, like we said, who did that? And nobody would ever thunk it. So she's really like, me too.
It's somebody for
like,
everybody.
hey, look, women get assaulted all the time. Me too.
Even-
I'm sure when
even
she
me.
said it, the whole room stopped like, somebody assaulted you?
Get out.
Where the motherfucker at?
Hell no.
Man, we gonna hang this dude tonight. Dog, you out of order. You out, and she made this shit up.
Somebody out of order.
I want to know what happened.
I don't
What
think
made her?
Barry want pictures. He want to
No.
see it.
No, I want to know.
When
See,
somebody
look,
videotaping.
I want to know what happened to her.
we being real shallow right now.
I'm being serious.
Because at a time like this in which we're talking about R. Kelly, but see, we talked about last week, I said on the show, I think there's just a whole scale objectification of women, period, in our society.
True,
I
true.
said that. And I think that it's like for us culturally, as men, it's like, yeah, well, I love you and shit, but like,
But
you
listen,
don't
we've
run
been
nothing,
know
like,
the girls. We've been know the girls been lying for years.
lying now, what the girls lying about?
They let you get it, let you touch it, let you play with it, then jump back. Oh, I said no.
What? That happened to you?
Oh yeah.
Please detail us.
I ain't tried to pay a lot of motherfucking money. Get this
You was
shit.
a motherfucking
You a motherfucking lie. I know what I did. I know what I did. Dude, I had to give up some bread.
Did he just try to become somebody on YouTube?
Say, man.
Man, I didn't know the women hadn't paid off.
Look here, man. You don't know nothing about that. I'm just telling you.
Didn't
I had
Kobe
to
say
break
that
bread
shit?
with a bro. You understand me? Because she said, cool. Woo, woo, woo. I'm like, okay, I'm getting it in. Then all of a sudden,
She said, cool, woo, woo, woo,
right,
and I'm getting it in.
Right. And then all of a sudden I come back.
Now you know what
She
to
like,
say.
oh, hell no. What's going on? Oh, hell no. I didn't tell you that. You just went too far.
Did you turn on the lights and you was
I'm
ugly?
like,
or something?
I don't
I
know.
don't understand the situation
I don't know.
right now.
I don't know what the reason
How
was.
does that happen to you?
She was trying to get that bread or what, but she got her some bread.
You didn't say she asked you for no money. You said she looked at you and said, oh, no,
And I said I done spent a
No,
lot
she
of
literally
bread.
ate some bread. She got some bread.
A lot of bread in these streets.
It was weak.
You understand me? Yeah.
The opinions expressed.
Chop that up any way you want to.
Her soul.
For real.
Of the motherfucker that said.
Man, okay.
Know who to be mad at.
Herb?
I did want to talk about John Legend. And see, this is my thing. You know.
Do your impression.
Well, girl, I got tennis shoes. I'm watching Hill Street Blues. This ain't no aluminum foil page. Like, this dude is the most random songwriter. Fuck, dude. I'm sorry. And I know y'all like John Legend, and I do too. But fuck him, man, because he spoke too soon.
When I hear
You try to jump on R. Kelly ass on his heels, like, yeah, fuck, dude. And it was like, you took a picture with Weinstein. He was like, oh, man, y'all want some bullshit.
What's wrong with taking a picture with Weinstein? Fuck him too. Fuck Weinstein. I don't like that motherfucker. Hey, I didn't know the motherfucker was a pedophile. I'm on the real. I really didn't know. And that picture was old as fuck, man.
You should
But
have
you know,
known.
fuck Weinstein.
Here-
Stein or
Here's
whatever.
my
it is.
advice to John Legend, bruh. Like, real dude code, right? Like, real man code.
What?
Like, you don't speak on another man's business like that, because you don't know what's going on.
Congratulations.
And he should have known.
But
That
ain't that what we doing?
he made me laugh.
Excuse
Ain't that exactly what we doing right now?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But I'm saying John Legend should have known. No, we're not. I didn't jump out there and criticize
R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. Like, right in on him, like, fuck him, take his music down, fucking mute him. Then they come up with a picture of me with another motherfucker, and I'm like, you with Weinstein, cuz.
Could that be before he knew?
Even if it is,
He's supposed to speak
that's the kind
to
of
it.
people who you was fuck. They was in your clique.
Well,
He
if
was
you
supposed
if
to
you in the
speak to
music
it.
industry, you them the people you fuck with.
He was supposed to speak to it.
He knew what was.
Once it happened, he supposed to got ahead of it. Hey,
He knew.
man,
he
I
knew.
took these pictures. I thought dude was straight. I tell you, you can't even take pictures no more. These motherfuckers crazy. You know, I thought dude was legit
So
when I took the pic.
So is that what Lady Gaga is doing or whatever? Is some song she did?
Everybody's
with him or
taking their
something?
shit down.
Yeah.
But-
So that's what she doing, Bear Me. What
She
she
trying
just
to get
said, he
ahead.
should've
I
did.
will say this, regardless of what happens, R. Kelly will have a hell of a chitlin circuit. Because I'm guaranteeing you, he gonna be able to fill up clubs around this world
Well,
without
yeah.
ever doing a stadium. and get more paper. And like I said, listen, the women have spoken.
They down
They
with it.
said, take me hostage. Piss on me. Now these grown women at the club.
And he ought to be able to pick any one of them.
Where was Me Too now?
So
Where
what-
was Bang Rames now?
Let me tell you, here's the thing.
Hell
Here's
no.
the thing.
He should be able to. He should be able to. The ones that say that should be on video camera, saying, "Hey, I admit it. I told R. Kelly take me woo woo woo, and he took me right. And whatever happens from there, just happened.
No, that's some Cosby shit right there.
No, that's the way it ought to be.
Yeah,
They want to go.
That's some Bill Cosby
No,
shit right
what you
there.
gonna
You
tell?
want to
What
come
you
up
gonna
to
tell
my
a grown
apartment
woman?
and tell you you got a headache? I got something for that. Yeah. That's
No, not that way.
That's the
No,
same
that ain't
shit.
what I was talking about.
But
I was talking
they
about.
was with it though. I mean, the same
No, I was
shit
talking
you
about the
said.
ones out there talking about what he just said. Take me hostage. Piss on me.
He was talking about a birthday party. He was talking about a birthday party, and that birthday party, apparently, a lot of the people that at that birthday party probably had an affinity
believe them,
for
y'all.
R. Kelly.
I believe
They
them,
what?
yo. I don't know why.
They did what? A birthday what?
I said those people at the party probably had an affinity, a liking, a favor towards R. Kelly at his birthday party.
Apparently so.
So I get what you're saying, but yeah,
Yeah, I get what she's saying too. He fucked them, pissed on them, shitted on them,
Yeah,
called
they-
them all over.
they
Well,
probably-
nobody said he ever shat on
Well, he
anyone.
did.
Don't
They
add to his
They didn't
burden.
want to tell that part.
Nobody's ever said that.
You know what I'm saying? They all down with
Well,
it. So let them be.
At some point or another, them shows you talking about, he'll be at Potawatomi.
Listen,
He'll be at the Eagles Club.
I want to
He
put.
won't-
I'm like, where's the closure? in
It'll
this?
die down.
We know it'll die down. Thank you, brother Jason. It'll
Yes.
die down. This is the hot button topic of the moment. It'll die down. We already know it. And there's always a million distractions to distract you from. If there's a government
Let me tell you,
shutdown.
this is the distraction.
Well,
R. Kelly
it's
is
an
the
attempt.
distraction.
It's an attempt. It's
Absolutely.
one of many.
Right.
To hide the fact that it's a government
Some other
shutdown.
shit, real shit
And
happening.
there's a lot of grown people business going on in this country.
Right.
And I'm here to tell all black people, you know, you don't got to know the ins and outs of politics, but you need to know something about it. You need to get some understanding of some
Little bit about it,
legislative
little bit.
institutions. And if you don't, you forever be confused. So we have to get tuned in on that level. But like I said, when we talk about R. Kelly, it exposes everybody because sexual assault and victimization and objectification and all that shit we're all familiar with.
And then we do got to go back and visit, like you mentioned, Elvis Presley. And well, you know, if you're gonna do one, you know what I'm saying. If it's good for the goose, it's good.
I'm
for
just
the
saying, and not just because not on some-
Jerry Lee Lewis and
For me, just make
Jerry
it
Seinfeld.
punitive consistently. So
Woody Allen.
that means, okay, if this is the new standard, then let's go back and take down anything we've labeled as something classic or something whatever, a work of art.
Right.
If the author or whoever did it or whoever came up with it was fucked up in any way, let's take the credit from that shit. You can't do it. It's so hard to separate.
But then how do you do it? Because did they take Cosby Show off the air? Is it Cosby reruns being played right now?
I think they put, for a long time they was off. I think they put them back up.
They did put them
I
back.
think they finally did.
Because they. That's
Now
exactly
they might
what-
be off again.
Well,
I don't know
but-
who's over there handling that business.
But then
I gotta
that's.
call my Jewish guy over there.
Yeah.
Like I have one and shit. Hey, Rothstein, what's going on over there in Philadelphia?
Oh, wait.
Alright.
That's my impression.
Fuck with the boy, you better calm down. But yeah, man. Click like, click follow, man.
Yeah.
Follow the show, check it out, support the movement.
Right.
If you have like some opinions or you have something you think would be some good content, maybe you have a story or something, hit us up. We do have an email. It's thecity414@gmail.com. Thecity414@gmail.com. I need to really get some sponsors on deck. I got to get some people together to help me carry this load. So, if you plant the seed, you need to be able to reap what you sow.
Church folk, come tell us how we wrong.
Right.
If we wrong, tell us how we wrong.
Well, even the females, we felt like we was man bashing. Holler at us.
Yeah.